Our water at home is awful. We've got ice everywhere, but the ice got marginally safe at best, and then over the last couple weeks has just deteriorated and gotten worse and worse. So I decided to run away from my problems and head south of the border. I mean, not that far south, but south enough.
Welcome to Missouri.
Target species today, hybrids. So I'm on a lake that it's near an energy plant, and there's a hot water discharge that dumps into the lake, and that's good for a couple of reasons. Number one, it means I didn't have to drive for 3 hours to find out that there's ice on the lake, which is a thing that can happen that we're not really going to talk about right now. But more importantly, it should be really beneficial for me for the fishing today. They've had like 3 straight days below freezing here, so the dropping water temps hopefully will have on the rest of the main body of the lake will hopefully have pushed the fish closer to this hot water discharge, and instead of having to try and dissect the entire lake in a few short hours on my one day here, I can focus around this hot water discharge and hopefully in that limited area manage to find some active fish today. So that's gonna be the game plan. Basically focus on this arm where the hot water discharge comes in and see if I can find myself some underwater torpedoes. That's how we want to start right there. That's how we want to start. That was like my first cast here. That's excellent. Oh, no giant. Alright. So he's going back in. That's a real good sign though. Here's some advice. Don't get super excited on the first fish, because there's been tons of times where I go out, like nail a fish on the first or second cast, think this is going to be an awesome day, and that's the only fish I catch all day. Fish number 1 gets you on the board, gets the skunk out of the boat. That's awesome. Fish number 2, then you can start feeling pretty good. There's a little island out there. Here's the shore. There's a little island. I think it's probably too shallow, but can you see all those birds? There's a lot of birds. And if there's one thing I know, it's go check out the birds. Birds know things. Birds can be good, but you know who else knows things? Locals. There are quite a few people out here today, and none of them have pushed out this far towards the main lake. Sometimes it pays to follow the crowd just a bit. Good looking fish, see ya. So I've been struggling here a bit with the wind and with this collar. Am I chafing? I think I'm chafing. I can't see, I feel like I'm chafing. The only thing I've really been able to do that's had me fishing efficiently is to paddle up against the wind, against the current, get up right at the mouth of that discharge, and then let it drift me across back out and fish on my way out, and then I got to paddle back up into it. And I'm spending more time paddling and without a line in the water, and I don't like that. I like to keep my lines in the water as much as possible. This buoy here is actually not in a bad spot, so I'm anchored up to this buoy. Tying up to this buoy, this is something I do actually quite a bit, and it works out pretty good. Pretty easy, even with and especially with these tall buoys, but even with the smaller round ones. And all I don't really clip off to it in any way. All I do is wrap my line around it, and I take the anchor off. This is my fastener for the anchor, and I just take it off. I wrap it around the buoy, and then I just clip it onto the line. so it doesn't fall down, because there's usually tension on it, and it's real easy to get off, because all I got to do to get it off is just grab that fastener and unclip it, which I'm not going to do just yet because I'm not quite ready to go. So I warned you, right? Don't get too excited when you catch a fish on your first cast, because it can still turn out to be a tough day, and that's sort of what happened here today. But very first time on this lake, still caught a few fish, so it's all good, right? It seemed like the fish weren't very concentrated today. We sort of saw a few people here and there randomly catch fish here and there. I do like this spot here, and how easy it is. You put in, and this is evidently the sort of prime area here, right by the boat ramp, based on the local intel. So definitely I'll be back, make another trip out here in the early spring, and see if I can put together a plan and get some bigger fish in the boat on my second trip. Speaking of plans, though, I got another really solid plan, and it involves getting in my truck and getting some feeling back in my fingers. So I'm going to get on with that. Thanks for coming along. Till next time, paddle up. Let's go looking for a fight. I still can't feel my fingers.